Hey guys, I am Dustin with Westpath, here to talk about one of my favorite boards, the Christenson Mezcaline. Chris used to make a bunch of these, but I think it's an older model. He may not produce quite as many anymore, but I'm sure you could order a custom through him. Things I like about this board. First off, it is a really nice balance between a fish and performance shortboard, meaning it has a lot of volume in the nose, has a little bit of a split tail, just like a fish does, but it is more of a streamlined outline like a performance shortboard. It also has very bitey rails, which I like quite a bit. I would say this board is good for anything from honestly groveling all the way up to head high waves, maybe even a little bit bigger. It does have a nice balance between speed, agility, and kind of forgiveness. Though with having really bitey rails, sometimes you can kind of in chop catch an edge or be a little bit bogged down on your rail. It could be set up as a quad or a thruster. I have only ridden as a quad because with the tail I just felt like, why would you put a thruster on that? Just my 2 cents. I never like putting thrusters on swallowtails, but I did have someone else demo this board, ride it as a thruster, and they did like it quite a bit as well, so to each their own. Some things I didn't like about this board, it is a little bit big for its size. I believe this one is a 5'8", which is usually right in my wheelhouse, but I found it to be a little bit large. I'd probably want to ride this around a 5'5" or 5'6" for myself. All right, if you're a beginner, I probably wouldn't recommend this board, but if you're a beginner transitioning to intermediate, I think you should be able to handle it. It does pack a ton of volume and paddle very well for its size. I would definitely size up from whatever a true intermediate or advanced rider would ride, but it should work for you. But if you're a true beginner, I wouldn't ride this, meaning if you could catch most of the waves you're paddling for and you could ride down the line consistently, you could try this out. I wouldn't recommend it if you're still struggling to pop up though. You should really be on a fun board or a mid-length or a long board or a foamy even. You could have a lot of fun on foamies. But for intermediate and advanced riders, this is a great choice. Very nice balance. I took it out in about 3 to 5 foot surf each time and had just a really good time on it. It is still, for how much volume it has, it is still easy to duck dive. Really had a blast on it. As a quad setup, it does tend to have a little bit more speed. Not quite as flat as you would think on like a fish board. It does have a little bit of rocker in it, so it's not quite as fast as a true fish board, but you kind of make up for it with it being able to turn very, very well. It is quite maneuverable for it being the shape it is, and I really like that. Really fun board, highly recommend. All of Chris's boards are just great. Plus they come with a super cool skull logo on them, which honestly, that's awesome. All right guys, have fun, catch some waves out there. We'll see you next time.